Well, g'day guys. As you can see, look, that is not the ZR2, and yes, there's been some talk on my socials that I've gotten rid of the ZR2 and got a 2500. The talk is correct. Why? Well, look, sit down, grab yourself a cold one. Let's have a yarn. I'll tell you all about it. Before we start, cheers guys. Quick rehydrate for my lovely pale ale from Colonial Brewing Co. And my favourite stubby cooler, the Cowboys. Cheers guys. Drink responsibly. Okay, so the reason why the ZR2 is no longer here in the 2500 HD was due to a series of mass recalls that came out about the ZR2s, the 1500 Silverados, as well as a whole range of engines or cars that had this engine. So I decided to go down to GM in Perth here, so Gardner GMSV. Now those guys were fantastic. I sort of got them to check my VIN number and sort of check to see that my ZR2 was either a part of that recall or not. So as soon as they came back to me and said, yep, your car is a part of this recall, I basically handed the keys over and said, look, see what you can do for me. Let's look at moving this thing on and let's trade it in. All right, so let's talk about what this thing is. So it is a it is a Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD. HD being heavy duty. When I purchased it, I had the option of saying NB1 or NB2 rego. NB1 basically means that it can have a GVM of up to and not exceeding 4,500 kilos or 4.5 tonne. That way you can drive it on a car license. This is the NB2 version. So you need to have a light rigid truck license to drive it. I'm here in WA, so I'd imagine that around Australia it's the same. You need to have that, that light truck license. Registration changes, insurance changes. There's all these other bits and pieces that sort of change with going to the NB2. So the GVM on this is just under 5.2 tonne, which is massive. It can tow up to 4.5 tonne braked. So yeah, if you've got electric brakes on your trailer, it can be up to 4.5 tonne that you're towing. And the GCM, that's what gets this thing. GCM on this is like 12.5 tonne. It's huge. That's if you're towing a fifth wheeler, I believe. So when you look at it, so GVM, what, 5.2, it's just it's like 5148 kg. So 5.2 plus your 4.5, it really brings you up to about 9.7 tonne, but it's, look, at the end of the day, 12.5 tonne if you're towing a big fifth wheeler, which I'm not looking to tow a fifth wheeler, not a bloody chance. Rehydrate time. Love it. All right, we've got wheels, tyres, suspension coming, the whole lot. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Oh, and a new front bar. So albeit that front bar there is a steel one, well, that bottom section at least anyway, we're going to be putting on something pretty cool. I've seen only one other 2500 with it on. It looks pretty gnarly. So stay tuned for that, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so trying not to get the sun in my face too much here. All right, so straight away you can see that there's a column shift here. That's a bit different to beforehand. So the gear shift here in the center console for the 1500s and the ZR2. These cup holders here in the ZR2 and 1500s are around this way. And then you've got your gear selector here with a smaller tray there. With this one being the column shift, you get a lot more room in that little tray down here. I've just got the Uniden X-Track 80 handpiece there, just sort of sitting there for the moment. Haven't really decided exactly where I want to put that for the moment. So for that, they can just stay there for a minute. So in the center console, it's all the same here. I've got obviously got the GME little PLB there, got my HEMA navigator. That's a wireless phone charging pad as well. You still get the Bose stereo system. So that's pretty cool. One feature here is this exhaust brake. So when you're towing a big heavy load and that exhaust brake actually does work well, it helps to pull you up a bit quicker as well. Then you've got your trailering app as well. So when you're trailing, you can see all your cameras and it brings up all the other bits and pieces. We can go into it. There you go. So it tells you you got a whole different set of menu. You got a checklist. You can check all your trailer brakes, all your lights. Everything's all plugged in and all that sort of stuff. Okay, you can customize that and everything. And as well, the sunroof. I didn't have that in the ZR2. All right, nothing too outlandish in there. This is that all-weather mat that I was talking about before. It just helps protect the carpet that's sitting under there. The seats all fold up, and I've got some of the patches there as well because they won't actually stick to the roof lining. So I've got them there somewhere. There you go, guys. I've got more coming. They're inside at the minute. Anyway, keep the jack and everything on the other side there because I've got my survival first aid kits in here. Look, I wouldn't travel anywhere without them. Main first aid, yeah, snake bite kit, and I've got the dog's first aid kit underneath there as well. Let's have a look. What else we got? Oh, yeah, there we go. And of course, the S4000 jump starter from WILDTRAK. Look, if you don't already have a jump starter for your car, get on to wildtrak.com.au. Grab yourself a jump starter. I'm serious, like, it'll save your life. Well, it won't save your life, but you know, it'll get you out of the pickle. Anyway, yeah, bit of a shameless plug there, but hey, good gear. What else we got? Oh, that's about it. Here we go. Anyway, look, enough of me waffling on, but that's basically the 2500 HD Silverado. Absolutely love it. Haven't even had this thing off-road yet. I'm pretty keen to take it somewhere. Look, within the first week of me having the ZR2, it was off-road. I've been absolutely flat out. Haven't really had the chance to get this thing off-road yet. Hoping to sometime this week or next week, but we'll see. Well, it won't be next week, actually. This thing's got to go in and get bits and pieces done. Oh, dear. And then, canning stock route. That's going to be epic. So I haven't even had this thing off-road yet. I've got the canning stock route trip coming up in a couple of weeks, so really, it'd be good to have a bit of a shakedown trip with this. Get all my bits and pieces into it, figure out what's going to go where, and how things are actually going to go on a massive trip like the canning. Anyway, look guys, thanks so much for watching. Heaps of stuff coming up really soon. Canning stock route, like I said. Been doing some stuff up around Broome after that as well. So in the meantime, this thing's going into the shop. Wheels, tyres, suspension, you name it. A few bits and pieces happening there. Get the rooftop tent on, get the canopy on. Far out, it's going to be an epic build. All right, guys, looking forward to seeing you guys out on the track somewhere. But until then, stay safe and stay tuned. We'll see you there.